Okie dokie. Got the bike set up here at the girlfriend's place. She moved recently, about a month ago, to quite a ways from where I live, but I packed up my bike to be here and visit, and some tools. So on the list, correcting my spring rate, I am going one spring size down from basically the biggest springs I could find, considering my weight and weight of gear. But I'm going one down. I don't need like a motocross or supercross ride. I want to be able to stay on top of whoops and not bottom out. I'll show you later in the video. I've talked about this. I'll take the shock boots off and you'll see that little red indicator, that little red ring on my shocks is near the bottom. And that's just darn near road riding. So springs, here's the oil. I'm going to look at my chain and potentially take a link out if it's within spec. It's currently all the way back to almost the last mark, and this is factory. So if I can use this chain for a few more rides, I'd prefer to do that, being that's like $100. I think it's sitting on it. It's supposed to be 2.5, 2 3/4, something like that. I gotta relook that up, but it doesn't seem too bad. I could probably get away with another ride. It might be a little loose, but I gotta get somebody to sit on it. I think you're supposed to take that measurement sitting on it, but they might have a spec. I think the spec was they tell you loose even. I gotta look it up again. It's been a while. I'm gonna put some anti-seize on these bolts, because I guess those rust out and become a bear to get in and out. So I've got a chain brake tool, shock pressure reliefs, stake pegs, a Takamoto tiny tail kit with a license plate holder. This whole factory license plate thing is one of the most ridiculous things I've seen on a bike, hanging back there flapping around. All the guys I know that have the same bike, following them, they're flapping around back there. I got an aftermarket air filter. Picked up a pre-filter and pegs and a heat shield for the exhaust where it goes by the rear shock, and there's the anti-seize for those bolts on the chain adjusters, and then an oil change kit. But I think that's it. It's gonna be a lot. Definitely want to try to get the springs done. My goal was to kind of get that done while I'm here. But yeah, that's kind of the list. I'm kind of sitting here hemming and hawing. I got to take everything off the top. I take everything off the front, get everything out of the way. I think the front's going to be the worst of it. The rear's just assembling the spring. Hopefully it's not loaded at the end of the nut. So I was taking off the socks, and this is how far I'm driving down the shocks road riding, logging roads and stuff. Haven't bottomed them out, but I don't know that that's not bottomed out. When the spring is completely compressed, right? I think this is pretty good practice to maybe do yourself, in my opinion. I'm not recommending you do anything yourself, of course, because nobody should do anything themselves these days. If you're going to the bathroom, you should probably get help. If you're going to do anything. All right, so I'm just gonna, yeah, there's fluid. I'm gonna let these sit there and soak. All right, I let it drip for a bit. It's still dripping now. Can make a bit of a mess. Nothing new for me. So I roll. You're supposed to be able to just. Guess this isn't that tight. That's pretty tight. There we go. Just supposed to just come out. Feel it coming undone. Just, well, there we go. And there's our spring. Cool. So, there's our nut. Okay, we're supposed to be able to put preload on this somehow, but I don't see how. Okay, figured it out. It's just a retainer at the end. Duh! Okay, old spring off. Okay, I'm gonna wipe the retainer down a little. It looks like it might have some particulate on it or something. Yeah, this one's a little bit more to pull down. It's gotta hold a 250, 60 pounder up. Okay. Now, preload. I don't know how to set that. I don't know how to do any of this really. So I maybe pouring the fluid in. But with the help of the internet, you can do anything. Okay, so you're supposed to have a measurement. Let me look that up real quick. Okay, it's saying 476 millimeters or 18.74 inches is there. Eighteen and a half. I can't add inches. 18 and a half. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's it. I mean, there's no preload on the, beside the tension I put on it. Spring length, okay, yeah, okay, so the compression, oh yeah, okay, so just the clicks and then the length of the spring. There's no measurement here. Where does our fluid go in? Probably now. Yeah. So that, I don't think that leaks down there. We need to get our fluid in because it's really difficult to pour in with the shaft in there. Okay, so it looks like a quart, or it's supposed to be 300 liters to get a graduated cylinder. Not 300 liters, 300 ounces or some shit like that. Oil capacity. Oil capacity external mechanism. All right, one thing that I stalled on, paused me there is an inner tube, and that's what this cap is on the top. And it holds a volume of fluid. I'm not changing that. All right, I'm not really trying to teach anybody anything. I'm just talking aloud while I'm filming this, but you do want to bleed it without the top cap in. So set that aside somewhere clean like we did earlier. And you're doing slow, very slow. I did add 10 extra milliliters. He said, this guy I'm watching said he does that. So you make sure that this bottom part of this is submerged completely in fluid. And during bleeding, you'll be able to get rid of any excess out this little hole I mentioned earlier. So right now I'm just doing the slow initial bleed without the cap on. And I'm going really slow, make sure I don't force fluid out of that little hole. Okay. It doesn't look like it has any air bubbles. So the next thing you do is make sure there's no particulate on this. You come all the way up, and then this goes in. And as you get it in, as you push it in, let it push the rod down. Nice and slow. And then we tighten her up. I really wish I had that tool I'm seeing him that he has. That socket. That looks like it's just so much easier to manage. I'm tool jealous. This is a real pain in the ass. I'm struggling to get that down. I just got to get it started. I didn't get it started. I got it started. Hooray. I don't need this. I've got the lower part trapped. And there is kind of a nut down here, and it's looks like a pretty solid place to hold this while you're doing this. Make sure that O-ring is going in nice and easy, not getting cut. Well, it's in there now. Okay. It wasn't super tight. Okay, and then we do more bleeding. She pushes herself out nice and easy. Boy, it is firm. And that's with the setting all the way down. I don't hear any air. Okay, now we're supposed to be able to drain any excess out of this little hole right here. Boom. And I don't think a little, oh, there's quite a bit in there. I hope I'm not just draining all the fluid I put in here out. I only put like 10 extra milliliters in there. It didn't feel like I put that much extra in it. Okay, let's see that it's still behaving itself. No air sounds. Operates nice. Okay. I'd say it's good. He ended up with this thing on its side, but okay, no more extra fluids coming out. It has something that it overflows, so it can come out. I don't know how it determines how much it wants. Okay, this feels nice and clean. Let's do it. Okay, steel washer, plastic cup, plastic washer, cup, in. There's a little hair right there. I didn't order any hairs. Oh, guess what I forgot? Collar. Went this way. Collar. And these. I kind of just sit there. You know, I just float. Okay. My darn keeper is a long ways away from here. Ugh. I'm gonna set that so I'm not pushing on the adjuster. There we go. Okay. Cup side down towards the spring, or excuse me, up. So the spring sits inside the bottom of the cup. And then, you know, I want to look at this. Was this an adjustment that I played with? The spring really has no play there. I do not know anything about what this does. It's some sort of adjustment. I imagine it's probably for, it's 15/16 moving U there. And the 24 here. I imagine it's for a little bit of preload or operating the dampening or the so that brings that down. So to the right, takes it that way. I think that's a stopper that stops up here in the top of this. There's a little rubber washer right there. I think this hits that. I think if that's what it is, I think I'd rather bottom out a little earlier so it's not bottoming out the goods in here or other components in the system. So this should protect the system from the valves or the piston in here from bottoming out So I'm going to run that all the way up. I ran it as far out as I could. I think that's just a stopper. Yeah, I think this little O-ring, this little plastic piece, bottoms out in the bottom of that cup. I'm going to call that good. They'll both be the same. Okay, so that's that. Let's get our tube back. What do we do with the tube? And he fills this, dude, I watched. After the fact. He literally puts this in first and then fills. I don't know how it's going to work with my little thingamabob. Okay. You do want to put this nut on first because otherwise your fluid will just pour out the bottom. I can tell you that much. I don't have to be an expert for that. Am I getting there? Doesn't feel like I'm hitting it. Am I getting some threads? No. There we go. It's supposed to be 28.5 foot-pounds. I do have my torque wrench. I will grab that. I have several torque wrenches with me today, actually. I have Matrix and SAE. As far as the smaller one, I come to like this little guy. It's just found it on Amazon. It's a super cup. Or SUR cup, S-U-E-R cup, whatever the hell that means. Oh, I need an adapter. Do I have one that goes? Oh, that's right. Don't need an adapter. Okay, 28.5 foot-pounds. Pull the collar down. This starts at 5. Steel vise would be helpful here. This deep well socket's not helping. It does want to turn out on me. Keep that out. I'll certainly be using it here soon. Alrighty. The top takes 375 milliliter, I think. If you want a little harder suspension, I guess you go up. You can add another 10 milliliter. I'm just going to go factory. Double check that. 390 milliliter. Okay. That is 300, 490. So I'm going to need this one and probably another. Just see the 400. Looks like this will do it. 1 quart will get you the whole way there. Go. A little bit more. This is one of those things I think you want to be real precise about. That's a little too much. Just a tinge. Down 390. Low capacity external mechanism. 390. Okay. And I guess you just get her in the slot there. Yeah, it'll pour. Yeah, this little graduated cylinder will pour real nice. No problem. Cool. Since I measured to the gnat's ass, well, get every drop in there. Should have the other seals been a little nicer tone. I don't know. Hindsight. They all still have a little oil on them. They were still dampish. Okay, this can just come up and meet its friend at the top. And this one is spring rate corrected. Cool. I just need this. I'll tighten that on the bike. Let's see if our little upgraded vent will fit our air release. Stay there. We're right now. They come with little O-rings on them. Although I think I like the little yellow one that the bike came with. So take one of them out, put you in the drawer. Is that a different, can't be a different size. They are a little different. Oh, I don't even know if that's gonna fit. Now fluid could leak out of this if you turned it over, I believe. It is threading. It is threading. It's threaded. Yeah, cool. They're still easy to work, easy enough. I'll give that a little snug with some pliers. And I'll save this. I got a little baggie I saved for small parts, extras. All right, and I'll have that in my toolkit, my writing box. Gotta remember to tighten that when I get it back on the bike. They weren't too tight to begin with. I got it where it needs to be. Just doing that. That's cool though, being able to release any potential air pressure there. Okay, so one done. And I don't think I completely screwed it up. Boy, it does have some more resistance to it now. But at over 500 pounds, easily over 500 pounds, me and the bike, suspension gets eaten up pretty quick. It has a little screwdriver head. You can push the button down and put a screwdriver to it. But this screwdriver isn't big enough. Fudge. Okay, that one's done. I hope it all rides good. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I think the next one will go nice and quick. I don't think it'll be a problem at all. I might take this thing out, do a little urban assault, hit some, go into a parking lot and run over some of those curbs in the lot. They're about half an hour from here. There's a place. What's it called? I saw it on X off-road. Juniper? Something out in the desert. I guess it's got a big loop you can do around it. Pretty good sized place. You got it as a loop, you can really hit it hard, kind of desert riding, I guess. Imagining sand and silt. Let's just put you where you belong. I think I'm okay to go backish together. This is the right. Left, the right, no, right on the bike. Handlebars need to go in front. I got that zip tie on there now, which is probably going to break. These all need to go. I'm not ready for this. We'll come back to you. You sit there and be good. Okay. Let's knock out the other one. Now that I think I know what I'm doing. These things hold an amazing amount. Okay. So we need to get you in hither. So you're not floating around on me. Our torque wrench has our socket. There we are. Oh. Now this one isn't loose. Oh, God. Well, I think it's free. It'll probably pop out on me, or I can get it to pop out. There we are. There's one of those. It doesn't want to come out. It's fine. It'll pop out when I try to put everything back together, I'm sure of it. That's what happened the last time. Okay, we don't need this right now. So you can go below the bench. Quit pushing on the adjuster. Okay, cap off, spring off, spring go bye-bye. That was the plastic washer. It needs to be wiped off now. Let's get you all off there where you're supposed to go. Wipe you down real quick so don't forget. Okay. And then that went on top of the black one. So, steel washer, black spacer collar, white spacer, and it goes on the bottom in that order. Okay. And where was this at? This adjustment down here. Let's check this one. So 15/16, 7/8, 24, excuse me. Yeah, it's all the way up tight. Or it was all the way down. It's a very minor adjustment. I don't want to take that one apart again. Oh, they're both going the same place. I want it up. So if I do bottom out, it's not hitting anything inside. And let's put you in your special spot. Oh, we get the controller off. Ow! That, be careful when it pinches your fingers. When you hit this with your fingers. Ouch, that made me bleed a little. Well, if I wasn't bleeding, I wouldn't be having fun. Just need this one. Okay. Up we go. There she comes. And yeah, it pisses a lot. Just directly pisses when you pull this out. So that's a valve in there proportioning the amount of fluid. You know, the bottom and the top, the inner and outer, both have a valve that's a certain size. You should probably change those based upon your riding too, but I'm not riding at the level I have to worry about valving. I just need the springs not bottom out like I was, or getting close to bottoming out. I need to be able to hit whoops and not sinking, you know. Okie dokie. 185. 185. We're going to use a different bottle. This one's pretty much, well, I might be able to get 185 out of this. That'd be cool. Alrighty. 185. So 195, 190, 3 marks down from 200 is 185. Yeah, I got plenty in here. It's more in a quart than you think when you're doing milliliters, just small amounts. So that's 200. I want to go right. You know, you're really looking. I want to go right there. The light in here's shit. I think it's better than my shop though, which is funny. Oh, boom. 185, 90, 95, 200. Okay. Oh, shot fluid everywhere. Good thing I got some cleaner. Get this floor cleaned up when I'm done. Nobody really ever comes out here but me so far, but I think the girlfriend wants to start parking in here, so probably shouldn't make a complete mess. Whoa, hey, where are you going? Get back in the hole there, buddy. You freaking wild measuring device. Okay. We pump it up very slowly. Again, we're trying to get fluid down to the other side of that valve without pushing it out the top and creating a bunch of air. We're trying to get fluid, like the piston is like up here now, maybe up here. We're trying to get all the fluid all the air out of the piston in the bottom of the cylinder. So as it goes up and down, it's never in air, because that would send you for a different kind of ride. Especially if one shock is or fork is got some air in it and the other doesn't, and you're hitting it really hard. Yeah. So the other thing I was talking about was letting it sit for a bit. Make sure any air bubbles up. We'll do that. I'll get some oil on my hands here and rub this other spring down. Try to get any potential rust. Oh, here's a rag just covered in oil. Yeah, it's like I asked for it. Try to collect any rust starting on the rag at least. Yeah, there's some rust on the rag. It's good. I'm at least trying to catch this. I also could have just not let the spring set out in the shop. Could have kept it in the house, which is, I don't know, probably it's got to be a little better than the shop. It's insulated. Okay, pinky, and we're going up. Well, if there's rust in there, at least I tried. This oil doesn't burn your wounds. That's nice. Don't even feel it. Still bleeding. That could have been blood on there. No, that's rust. It's rust. Seems to be cleaning up pretty nice. They look brand new when I go over them. Am I getting all the rust? I don't know. But, yeah. I don't know. I'm stuck. Okay. I tried. Okay. Feels pretty wiped down. Let's put this in. Let's wipe her down a little. Just make sure there's nothing on there. Everything looks pretty good. Oh, yeah, we want that up. Missed a step. Okay, piston up. And now this in. And let it push the piston down. Okay. And annoying tool. Not even close. There we go. Didn't get it. Got it. Did not get it. I think I got it. I got it. Okay. Just gonna snug it. Okay. And do some more bleeding. It gets fucking harder when you have that in there, man. So that's the actual valve, because that's what you're adjusting with your clicker. So I'm hitting metal there. Moving that the other way, hit plastic. Right? It's 27. That's not. I figure if it hit sooner, it would hit the plastic sooner. Doesn't seem to matter. Okay. No air sounds. Extends all the way on its own. Yeah, this doesn't touch the spring. This just moves on this shaft at the bottom of it. Huh. Nice and smooth. Okay, let's let her pee. Woo! What you can really see, but it does dribble a bit. So cartridge is complete. Okay. Let's go with the order. Collar. A little bit of oil. Metal washer, black cup, plastic white washer. It just floats around. That's what it does. Spraying. Cup. There we are. Okay. Keep your shaft clean. $395, $390. $400, $390. I won't get there with this one, I don't think. I'd be real surprised. I think you need 2 of these to do a hole. It's close. I mean, I got almost over halfway there. So to do a full fork service, you need 1.5 of these at least. Don't need every drop. Okay. Fuck. 2. I just stepped all over the lower. Okay, let me get another bottle. So I have 3 left. I had 5 quarts. Okay. 400. Right there. Oh, yeah, this one's a little fuller. Not like I don't have fluid everywhere already. $390. I'm always good with fluids. I've tried to get better, but man, I still get oil changes all over me. I'm always a hot mess. I don't know. I guess it just requires maybe some attention to detail that I just don't have sometimes. $400, $395, $390. She's good. Let's get our tube off the floor so I don't step on it again. Oh, this is the done one. Let's get the done one out of the way. Do the tubo. Thing looks good. Make sure we're assembled here. I think we are. Just gonna push my nut out. I'm gonna try to catch it. Be proactive. Look smarter than I am. Have you get used to these cobalt ratchets? They give you no confirmation that they're working. If you have your finger over the top, you can feel the wheel moving around the lever for turning it on and off. It is going. I think. Yeah. There we go. Pretty fine threads. I think I got it. There we go. Do some more wipies with a more rag. Got our fluid ready. Threads have a little goop on them. Use my air compressor. Me. And up you go. $3.90. Better. Gotta remember to set the clickers. Want to do that before I put them on. So the bottom ones are on the bottom and they're on the ground down near some. I can see myself getting to the rear shock tonight, I think. The rest of my list, I just don't think I'm going to get to it. I save it all till I get home, I guess. This learning curve, and obviously wanting to do a good job and not screw up, kind of set me back a little. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be super easy. At the end of it, it is. Just got to pay attention and get things put back together right. But sometimes paying attention today, I don't know, man. Ugh. I don't know. We'll put a freshie in this and then stick it back in its bag. Upside down. There you go. There's your bag, little guy. Boop. What a learning experience. It's good. I'm glad I've done this. I like to know how to do all these things. I think it's pretty important. There's not always going to be somebody there, to save you. If you've done a few things, you might, be able to save yourself. I think the more exposure we have to things, the better we get at problem solving, etc. Right? Whoa! That's gone. There with that. Okay, you got your little O-ring. Yep. Good guy. And screw you on in. You want to go in? No? You're going to cross thread? Okay. Oh, you're not even looking over here. I can't get to you. Just trying to get this bleeder installed. The other one went in pretty easy. This one's being a bit of a fighter. Okay, well, fuck, I don't know. This one wants to go in rough. I don't know why the other one just screwed right in. Well, fuck, I'm not going to have one bleeder and one not. Why'd the other one just go in? The threads look okay on this. I guess I have to thread it. I don't really like the idea of that too much. But I've got my multi-purpose threader here. Are you going in straight? You look like it. Probably going to send a bunch of metal down into the shock. That'll be neat. After all that. Hopefully it's just a basic restructuring that I'm doing. Yeah, I can't believe the other one just went right in. I mean, I had it darn near hand tight. Let me look at that one again. Yeah, she went right down. She went all the way down real easy. This one, not so much. I think it's getting worse. So, what do? You keep going. Well, it gotta be threaded by now. At least I know it won't fall out. It's kind of like a lock nut. It doesn't feel like it's going down. What the hell? Why are you freaking... It's getting worse. It looks like it's straight. Fuck, it's probably cross-threaded. I don't cross-thread shit often, but boy, when I do. Yeah, she's cross-threaded. It looks straight. And she's just tight. I might have to put the screw back in. If I can even get this thing out now. I feel like I'm just going to bust the screw off on this. Yeah, maybe I think the threads are messed up on this a bit. It doesn't look like it's... Yeah, I think the threads on this one are just a little wonky. go. Am I shooting a bunch of metal into the... Goodness gracious. To come this far. Maybe be beaten by a relief valve. Oh, what, am I screwing it in the wrong hole or something? There's only one hole. I'm getting it down. I don't like it, but I'm getting it down. That just got really tight. Surprisingly, it's not marring the leader up at all. I'm getting it. I think. I think it cross-threaded. Everything's about it screaming cross-threaded. Yeah, she's hit a wall. She doesn't want to go in. Got to get it down to its gasket. Shit, man. It's O-ring. Yeah, she's upset. The other one's flush. Really upset. I wish they'd put a head on this. She likes to come out real easy. Yeah, I think I don't know. It's like I maybe got a bad start on it, on this one. I am putting a little metal, yeah, probably into the system. That's neat. Fucking hooray! What do I do with you? Where are you at? I need you, and I need. Here's your friend. Goodness. Oh yeah, it fell on the floor. Maybe I can heal it with the original screw.
Did you wait too long? Tell him that you love him, but he's already gone, darling. Did you make two wrongs? Know that daddy never made a right before, darling. You were never made to be the judge, darling. He never changed his way for me to budge, darling. It's feeling like a cold, dark winter, the sun still behind the trees, yeah. She asked me if I had another minute and I ain't had the heart to leave, yeah. It's feeling like a cold, dark winter and the sun still behind the trees, yeah. She asked me if I had another minute and I ain't had the goodbye, knowing damn well everybody gon' die someday. Did you waste my time, knowing damn well we can press rewind? One day I'll be everything you ever wanted. Until then I'll be out here fighting like it's nothing. Through the cold dark winter, it's feeling like a cold dark winter and the sun still behind the trees. Yeah. She asked me if I had another minute and I didn't have the heart to leave. Yeah. It's feeling like a cold dark winter and the sun still behind the trees. Yeah. She asked me if I had another minute and I didn't have the heart to leave. One day I'll be everything you ever wanted. Until then I'll be out here fighting like it's nothing. Through the cold dark winter, it's feeling like a cold dark winter. It's feeling like a cold dark winter. It's feeling like a cold dark winter and the sun still behind the trees. Yeah. She asked me if I had another minute and I didn't have the heart to leave. Yeah. It's feeling like a cold dark winter and the sun still behind the trees. Yeah. She asked me if I had another minute and I didn't have the heart to leave. It's feeling like a cold dark winter and the sun still behind the trees. Yeah. She asked me if I had another minute and I didn't have the heart to leave. Yeah. It's feeling like a cold dark winter and the sun still behind the trees. Yeah. She asked me if I had another minute and I didn't have the heart to leave.
Oh
something about those city lights were calling out my name. Now mama, don't you cry, you know there'll come a day where I come visit you at home. And if I never stay, the same old worn out welcome sign with population getting by, crossing that county line brings back the good old days, with the same old station on the side of that homegrown two-lane paradise, watching that midnight sky you don't see in LA. This big world will always change, but the small town will stay the same. This concrete tree line's got my head up in the clouds. A good thing that I got my roots back in steady ground. With the same old small church parking lot, I cried when Bobby tied the knot. By God, we never thought he'd give her his last name, or the ring that I wore on the night that we once stayed 14 tonight. Those Friday football lights sure did feel like fame. This big world will always change, but the small town will stay the same. To the place where the same old worn out welcome sign with population getting by, crossing that county line brings back the good old days. The same old station on the side of that homegrown two-lane paradise, watching that midnight sky that makes me wanna stay. This big world will always change, but the small town will stay the same.
God, man. Oh. Who put that in there? It was me. I remember I got this with the... Did I use a socket? Yeah, I used a socket because this was too long. So what do I think that would be? I think it would be about there. Something 13. Sure. Got this little guy helping here. Is he in there? Yeah, there he is. So small, you can't even see on the little camera, a little mini screen. Just a little guy. Hey. put it right between 8.5 and 7/16. Looks like lefty loosey righty tighty. Boy, it is. It does have a little. Load on it. Feel it when it gets loose already. Put that right in place so I can't turn it all the way. Yeah, all these little tools are really cheap. I mean, you can get whole sets of these, you know, with larger handles for like $20. What's this? Okay, that was my some sort of alarm. Probably something I needed to do, and that's not remembering what it was. I don't even care. Okay. And we don't have a little balm here. Okay. It's a snap ring. You gotta really lower this down. Lower your adjuster all the way down. Push this down, it might sit up there. And there's a little snap ring. God, it's so annoying. There we are. Boom. And this shit should all just come off now. It's not. What's going on? Why are you not coming off? You were no longer snap ringed. Well, so much for that. Get that washer out of the way. There we go. Just takes a little. There is a big. Oh, okay, it's touching that boot. So the bumper down there. Okay. Easy enough. And zing. Goodness gracious. And I'm going to clean this up. It's pretty dirty. Good time to get in here. Wish I had a little compressed air. I have some parts cleaner, but I don't want to spray that on the O-ring that's there in the shock. I can see a bunch of goobers there. That worked out well. Try to gently dislodge them. With Old Faithful here. It's really the only time you can get in here and clean all this shit, so it's gonna get dirty right away again, I'm sure, but doesn't hurt to remove a little dirt. There's a t-shirt. Looks a little better. A little more presentable. Okay, the dirty one's the old one. Here's a new one. Zing. Alright, we're getting some action on it now. I'm going to go ahead and set this baby down and turn it, because my vise is slowly starting to give up. It's been abused. Okay, 8 and just over 7/16. Got a ways to go. Oh, there's an adjustment here. I'm going to look that up. I don't think you can really turn it when this is... It's some sort of just mechanical adjustment down there. There's no valves or fluid or gas or... But I did turn it all the way out, so I need to look that up real quick. I have not turned these out. At the top, there are 2 adjustments there. There's actually 3 adjustments, 4 if you count your preload. There's this one down here, and it is some sort of clicker. Just make that easier to turn. There we go. Be right back. Okay, about to lose battery. I did find, I made a mistake on the forks. It's 15 for the top and 17 for standard on the bottom. It's 15 clicks on the, if you look at that little dial, and then it's 2 clicks on the, what they're calling the high-speed compression dampening, the little inner dial. And then that is 15 clicks, adjusting the rebound dampening is 15 clicks at the bottom. So 15, 15, and 2. So 15, 15, 2. Okay, I'm going to change battery and come back. 1. Why does that not feel like it has any clicks? Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 17. I don't know why that was set. Okay, so I'm not getting any clicks on this. What the fuck? Okay, was that a click? I don't feel any clicks on this. None. Okay, well, we know we can do this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That may have fluid that comes down through the rod that this is prohibiting. So this could be an actual adjustment. Then we know this is 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then this, there's no clicks. I don't know what a click would be constituted as if there's no clicks. Two rotations. Look that up. Okay, so I guess on this inner one with the three levers on it, it's whole turns. So here's this. 1, 2, right there. Okay, that should be standard. So the whole bike is set to the standard specification with the correct spring rate for my fat ass. Should be able to go right back together. Clean things up. Oh yeah, what was the measurement on this? Oh yeah, I got a long ways to go. I gotta turn this down, that's right. Another senior moment. Yeah, that should turn regardless of this tension if it's an actual adjuster. But it felt like it was really tight when the spring was compressed. Starting to turn the hole, and that's making it hard to turn. Okay. Eight and a half. It's a little bit more. Need to come back off a little. It's got a little more than I want. A little more than it had. I'd say that's right where it was. Call that good. Okay, let's make sure this is facing so I can't get to it. This goes in like that. So that should be reachable. Right there. Let's tighten that down. It's a little locking clamp so the adjustment can't move. It's just you barely put any. I think it's under like it's like 11 foot-pound or 11 Newton meters or something like that. Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So you're ready to go back in. Now the fight to get those bolts in, especially that top one, begins. I'm going to hit the bolts with a little grease, not on the threads, but back here. Just a little something to keep things from getting squirrely. and sticking together. And this does move a little. So we'll give it some grease to attract some dirt and dust. But not a lot. It's probably the one thing you're not supposed to grease that I'm just doing, because that's how it goes. To grease or not to grease, to lube or not to lube. You lube that seal, but you don't lube those. Hate that. Okay. Looks more or less lined up. She's a toy fit, but she does go. I know I'm really close here. There we go. Whoa. I think I'll just get the bottom one. No, because I might have to move the wheel around. I'll get the top one in. Best I can. Yeah, it's really low right now. Let it go. There we go. Wow. Look at me go. Man, I feel like a superstar. Just gotta get the whole wobbly up there again. Wobbly does not like wobbling in a tight space like that. Am I cross-threading it? Probably not by hand. Is that in? Can't see shit. What is that? CSS. Yeah, that is not in all the way. It's going. That's in up there. Okay, jack the back up. That looks like it. Boom. Okay, spring rates corrected. Just so you can see this, what I did here, you just catch the tread with it in gear, and you can lift the swing arm up and down real easy.